Welcome back, Valorant fans. Map number 2 is here. We're going to be seeing Ascent for Immortal -17 versus Red Cloud. Red Cloud already finding themselves up 1-0 in the series, looking to close it out, whereas Immortal looking to send it to map number 3 if they can. And yet again, TIH Vengeance here with Recruit on the cast. And we see a little bit of an interesting comp coming out already. Both teams opting for the Killjoy. See Rich going back on the Jet, Matt with the Brimstone, and Pop with the Reyna. We haven't seen Red Cloud really lock in yet.
Yeah, I guess Red Cloud's still trying to figure it out. I mean, they were more methodical. They had the combos going off, while it's seeming to me like Immortal hasn't practiced that enough. And I do find it interesting that neither side is picking Raze on Ascent, which I would argue Raze is 10 times better on Ascent rather than Split, because you just have so many setups with those blast packs where you can just take enemies by surprise. But I mean, of course, if you haven't practiced those, then you wouldn't want it. But the two Killjoys, definitely going to see a lot of work coming out from both of those, as Killjoy is huge on this map, whether you're on offense or on defense.
One interesting thing to note is that this time around, Red Cloud will be the only ones with an information agent coming from Sova. Immortal have opted not to have any information outside of the Killjoy turret, and instead will bring on the Breach.
Yeah, they're looking like they're more wanting to deny information rather than gain it, because RC was doing so much with the information they were gaining from their utility, because they had the Raze bot, they had the KO, they had the Cypher, and they were able to get the perfect wall-offs with their Sage because of that. And so now it seems like Immortal might be adapting to their enemies now.
We will have to see how this composition works out for them on Ascent. This is a pretty wide map, so the Sova can bring a very good advantage if used properly. Rich over here watching mid. Gonna take a peek out. C1. And it's going to BK. Did a couple shots back, but no damage being done by either team so far. It's a very slow start for a pistol round, and we're already seeing that no rotations will be made, but A-Long finally being just entered by Red Cloud. They're looking carefully around that corner, trying to see if they can find anything at all. And Pop, Immortal in general, are just holding their ground for now. Rich does decide he's going to rotate over to A just in case. The turret gets a little bit of information on the Scarlet. Will finally be taken down by Chaotic. Rich finds a headshot, unable to find the kill though. Return damage as well. The shock dart nearly finding him, and Pop just playing the corner, trying to find whatever he can. Sprays through with the frenzy. The shots coming back. No kills have been found as of yet. The plant is going down. Still a 5v5. Temos finally falls though through the smoke. Scarlet finds the headshot. Haversack both finding kills. Make that both finding double kills, and it's all up to Bones on the Killjoy. Try and stop this one. Ping is coming through. Does manage to find Haversack, however, through the smoke, and he's getting shot at. He comes running through the smoke of the frenzy, and Pop will clean up the final one. The Reyna Killjoy cleaning up the entire team of Red Cloud on their own. Round 1 goes the way of Immortal.
RC looking like they were the ones on defense there for a while, trying to bait out Immortal, but Immortal held their ground, which was really good. They knew they had the timer on their side. All they had to do was sit and wait to see what they did. I liked how none of them rotated until they were for sure that they were committing to a site. And honestly, RC could have had that if they just watched Tree. Brim smoked out Tree, and that gave them the lack of information, and so they just ended up getting caught off guard.
Red Cloud looks like this time, because they aren't able to really full buy the way Immortal are, gonna just go ahead and stick towards B side. We see Rich has opted for the Marshall. Pop taking little pop shots with the Spectre, but it's not going to find anything. No one peeking out towards mid at the moment. However, we do see Scarlet starting to do so, and information for some reason or another has pulled Immortal towards A side. B only being left defended by one member, and onto site they go. Chaotic entering in with a flash. The vision tells him where the Haver is at. The Rich is there from the side, manages to find Chaotic, manages to find two more with the ghost headshot. The spike is dropped. Matt with the molly finds Black Bones. It's all up to Sarah, 48 HP. 1 versus 5. This is not going to be easy or looking good. So most likely, bonus round will come through. Sarah will take down Rich, but trade it out immediately. Round 3 will be coming through. A full buy coming for Red Cloud and bonus for Immortal.
Red Cloud really dropped the ball there. They had the sight. They had Immortal in a panic, especially Killjoy. Killjoy didn't know what to do. They were running, they were spraying, they were confused, and RC was unable to capitalize on, pick up on the kill. And because they couldn't capitalize on that, Immortal was able to regroup, get themselves together, and then just get that retake and win.
We do see now. Back to A, they go, trying to find their first round win. Temos waiting to use the flash and get a peek into A main, deciding not to with this stinger. 3 Spectres, a Marshall or Immortal. Backed up Pursuit finds one, the spray from the other 2, unable to trade out the kill. He does take a little bit of damage. The Pop pushing through now with the Lear, isn't able to find a kill of his own. But we do see the abilities coming through from the Breach. He's able to find a kill with it onto Chaotic. We're now in a 5v3. The bonus is looking great coming out of Immortal so far. And Red Cloud find themselves in an awkward situation. They do still have 3 Vandals, however. So if they can find the headshots they need to, this round could be swung right back around. But K, the one with the spike, is still looking to peek A main. This could cause trouble for the team of Red Cloud if they do want to start a rotation, because we do see that there's Killjoy Blackbones is peeking out towards mid, going towards this catwalk. 2 members rotating over towards B, and Pop is going to actually start peeking towards Cat with this Spectre. Bones unaware where he could
left.
be. Trying to find him. He does find him with the headshots there for Pop. He finds the kill at the end of the day. They're trying to do what they can. Scarlet will trade him out at last. The first one falling for Immortal. And a nice little tremor stops Scarlet and Cat. 14 seconds left. Demos trying to defend 1 against 2, unable to do so. K finds the headshot. They have to get onto site. They have to get the plant down. Scarlet is going to try shutting the door. The plant is going to go down as well. Rich nearly falling.
Spike
Bringing out
planted.
the sheriff. There's 2 members peeking through.
player
Guardian
standing.
Matt will take down Scarlet. And well, this is all up to K. An awkward situation. Playing 1v2, finds 1. Make that 2. 1 remaining, but Matt is there to trade out with the Vandal. And Immortal have found their 3rd round.
You know, I could see why originally they didn't want to rotate, because if you leave those dead bodies there and you do end up rotating to B, those are free Vandals on the ground for the enemy who is on econ. So they were trying to take advantage, they were trying to keep the advantage they have of guns, and it almost worked out. It was very close, however, because Immortals was able to play to their numbers advantage, they just had better strategizing than RC did, and that ultimately led them to winning the round.
Well, we do see this going to be more of a saved round for Red Cloud coming out. Full ARs on the side of Immortal. And Red Cloud are not looking too good so far. This could easily go the way of Immortal, giving them a 4-0 lead. But they need to at least find the next round when they full buy to try and stop Red Cloud from, or Immortal, I'm sorry, from stacking their eco. They haven't been able to do so cleanly as of yet. They may find that opening here soon. Temos is looking up towards A long. He's spotting that there's no one there, so they're going to have an idea that most likely this is a B side push. And with Haversack here, Molly set up as well, it's going to be difficult for Red Cloud to get any sort of push. Market is being looked over by Matt. Turret at logs. And Red Cloud, they're just taking their time. They want to find any mistake coming out of Immortal that gives them an opportunity. And Pop, he's trying to tell them mid is not the way to do it. Shooting through the wall, finding anything he can. Isn't able to do too much. We do see that Chaotic was taken down, so Haversack will finish him off. Rich finds 1, makes that 2 over in mid. He's going to bring out the Dino Ultimate as well.
remaining.
And we'll take down K with the headshot. Matt taking bones.
You know, for this being RC's map, it does seem like they don't really know as much of what they're doing. Maybe they've practiced more on defense, and that's what they're hoping for, as they do get it second, so they could theoretically come back with a huge win streak on this. However, I'd like to see more. Ironically, now it's from RC, I'm not really seeing the good utility coming out, where they're getting those good angles, and especially from the Sova. That recon dart is so valuable, but they're just not using it to its full potential.
So we do see yet again a possible B push coming out. 2 members lurking towards A for Red Cloud, 3 sitting in this B main. No info hasn't been given yet. The tremor does hit 2. There's not going to be any aggression to follow it up. Instead, over at B side, we do see members starting to push up a little bit slower, but not going yet. They're starting to back off and regroup, possibly looking for a mid push. And Pop was there looking a second ago, used the leer, and is now retreated into the corner of garden. We do see, however, that there was a little bit of an engagement between Temos and Black Bones, both falling a little bit low. There's 3 ultimates developed from RC. Pop has found K. Chaotic trades them out. This only leaves 2 ultimates left, one being used by Scarlet. They want to get every advantage they can. The lockdown ultimate coming through as well. And Temos trying to find a kill. The leer is good enough to blind him, and his Scarlet finds the headshot up in heaven. Is Rich, though. He finds Chaotic. Trying to find the one blinding. He's unable to do so. Spotting out Scarlet. He uses the dash to get out of danger. This is not looking too good for right now. Red Cloud. Scarlet is having to play it off as much as possible, and with the
last player standing,
Matt finds one. Make that 2. Bones trying to find a lineup. They're gonna get this halfway at least. Molly comes out. The fuse is being stuck and will be in time. Bones will take up Haversack, but too little, too late. Find Rich just as a cheeky little after kill. Manages to get out alive.
You know, how many Molly lineups have we seen today, Vengeance, and how many of them have worked? You know, I wonder if these teams are going to learn this. It has to be an extraordinarily specific setup, especially since, I mean, they do have 3 Mollies and a Sova ult on RC's side. And so, I mean, if you're going to do a Molly like that, you know, might as well get the rest of your team on board.
It's definitely interesting to see not at least a pre-Molly just to delay them. You get the other one there in time as well. But Red Cloud, 3 members going for rifle, or 2 members going for rifles, 1 for his Spectre, 2 others using the Sheriff's. Immortal still on their full buy, sitting nice with their economy. And we see Temos yet again playing these angles at A main to just stall Red Cloud successfully. And Rich with the op finds K for the opening kill of this round. Scarlet finds Rich and returns through the smoke, which is just a huge pick. Operator down. Vandal being applied through the team of Red Cloud and Sarah are sitting on the Sheriff. The defensive lockdown is used. Members of Immortal, you're going to rotate off of A as well, using this, recognizing that it is likely that RC will do the same. They do get spotted, and Pop will take down Scarlet over in mid. Sees 2, gets out immediately. Try to follow up the shock dart. Sarah, no, you took your own teammate down. Chaotic finds Pop, but falls. Unfortunate for the team kill after. And now it's a 2v3 instead of 3v3. Temos with the head of Bones. It's now a 1v3, and it's not looking good for Sarah at all. This is going to be an unfortunate situation because Temos lurking up high, one coming up from behind, cannot afford to use too much and give away his positioning. He's going to try and get under hell in time. There are 2 above him, 1 in garden. The flash comes out. Isn't funny when 1 drops, 2 drops, but RC Sarah is not able to find the kill. Matt through the wall headshot is more than good.
Immortal looking like they have the better communication here, especially with that kill on your own teammate with the Sova arrow. I mean, Sova's been having some questionable arrows in the fact that their teammates always push after the arrow is about to clear out a corner. And you hate to see that because then that arrow is just completely wasted. Unless your teammate dies, but you don't. The whole idea is that your teammate won't die. And so I want to see more communication with the Sova coming out from RC, and just honestly with all of their abilities in general, because I'm seeing Phoenix push out on his own. I'm seeing Sova with his arrows. Reyna's kind of lurking around, which is good to see. But Immortals, you know, one of them dropped, cleared the corners, and then Matt dropped soon after to clear hell to make sure that nobody was coming up behind him. And so that was just a huge communication difference going on right now.
We see Red Cloud opting to use a timeout here, wanting to discuss their attack strategy, finding themselves down 6-0, knowing that they can't afford to keep falling any further. They will be able to full buy up this round with ARs, and most likely thinking about how they want to use their utility, who they want to pick off, where and when. And it's going to be interesting to see how they come out of this one. There will still be 20 seconds left to set up, decide which site they want to start off of, how they want to take it. But for now, Immortal, this comfortable lead, I don't think they're going to be worried losing one round.
And RC's apparently confused on where they're going after taking that time out to talk everything out. Oh, unless they're going for a split push here.
Let's go.
Could be an actually interesting tactic. They're switching things up, hopefully trying to catch the Immortal off guard.
They did try this in round 4, but yet again, Rich is able to find the first kill of the round with the op, this time in mid K. The smokes were knocked down in time, so the peak cost him his life. Now Chaotic looking to find anything onto A at all from main. Temos playing around the corner, just trying to see if anything he can hear to bring out the utility at any time. It's a 2-2 split as mentioned before. A and B one's peeking mid, and Temos does find some shots on Chaotic, but Chaotic gets the better of him in the end. Temos falls, and the two members at A are actually rotating out. This may be go, 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 as 3 members are now sitting at A from Immortal, one being Rich with the up. The Molly comes in, Chaotic cannot push through, the flash comes out as well. And now onto site goes Red Cloud of B. Lurking around the corner is Haversack.
Recalling my out of charges.
Bots back is Blackbones. Division arrow coming out as well. They want to make sure that they can see everything they need to. Haversack still able to use the mollies if necessary. Does manage to do so as we see Scarlet getting onto site. Ultimate coming out from one. Pot kills Chaotic rotating out. And oh, unfortunate there for Matt because the plant was not where he hoped it was. Instead, this is going to be a 4v3 retake. Red Cloud all on site, deep, trying to hold angles the best they can. Matt is punching. Scarlet finds one. Sarah falls to Matt. Blackbones trades him out. Scarlet finds Rich, who's the op. It's all up to him, but it doesn't matter. Scarlet with the headshot finds the first win for Red Cloud.
It seems the timeout actually worked in their favor. That was beautiful communication coming out from RC. They seemed to know exactly what their team was doing. Not so much at the start there, where they got the pick off on K. However, being able to communicate that most of them are on A and that you can go in on B, and then they cleared B, and they just played the game properly. They checked their corners, they set up, they got their spike down, and that's Matt's ult too. So now they don't have to worry about enemy Brim ult for a few more rounds.
Red Cloud do have 4 ultimates if they choose to use them. Whereas Immortal working on 1 on Temos. Chaotic, he's going to use the run it back. Open up B site the best that he can. Try and find anyone again. Matt is playing around the arrow. May not spot him there. And out goes the timer for the Phoenix ultimate. Farmbot. Oh, Matt nearly falling. CK using the Brimstone ultimate. Haversack has found Sarah and the spike on site all alone. The headshot too good. This 4v5 in favor. Make that 3v4 now. Haversack takes down K. Scarlet follows up with the op shot to take him down in return. But the damage has been done. The spike may go down. Oh no, it won't, because the ult has been used. Rich on the flank. Covering
Spike
over,
down,
Pop finds
B.
Chaotic, gets a 2v4.
Player standing.
Ew, Scarlet's unable to do so instead. Oh, this is awkward. Unfortunate for him. He just looks like he got caught doing circles around the breachability. And
Did his internet go out?
That was just awkward, unfortunate, and well, what looked like a possible break for Red Cloud turns into disaster of a round. 7-1 Immortal.
Yeah, it seems like they just weren't able to get it back together. Immortal able to come in. They stayed as one unit, which I really liked seeing. They were just staying together, covering each other's backsides, while RC was honestly splitting themselves up.
We see another save round. Sheriffs and Ghosts or Red Cloud make a little bit of noise at the ult orb of A, but no commitment. In comes the ultimate from Pot. He wants to be able to get them all at once. Chaotic gonna show a little bit of presence. Spear goes out behind the lines. Pop will use his own. The molly's being used as well. Haversack will find Chaotic. K finds the head of Pop though, with the ultimate being used. This is a little bit of an interesting situation. Scarlet, he's in hell. Manages to find Haversack before he spots him. That's a free gun going his way as well. We now see Red Cloud in an interesting situation. Rich finds the head of Sarah. Maybe finds the second, but Scarlet with the ultimate finds him instead. 3v2 in favor of Red Cloud.
Last
And
player
in
standing.
from main, K finds the kill onto Matt. It's all up to Temos with the lockdown coming out. Scarlet will find the head of Temos, and the thrifty is good for Red Cloud.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Scarlet was popping off last round, and so they wanted him to get on the Reyna so then he could pop off more properly, but he hasn't been able to find that. But it seems like he's finally getting his groove together. He can start popping off, and I like how RC is now doing distractions. They're making Immortal confused by switching up their strategy and having other players make noises at other sites. It's almost like they have a Yoru on their team.
Both teams only one ult available. However, Haversack is one ult orb away from having his, making it 2 against one in ults. Sarah gonna have to be the one who stays safe or is able to find something with the Hunter's Fury if they want to use it this round. Matt poke out main and finds Chaotic immediately, just sitting there in the open. That's one AR down for Red Cloud, 4 remaining. Immortal find themselves up in an advantage, but there's only a Marshall on Rich, interestingly enough, so they may be able to get him back to an AR positioning if the rotation comes out at all. We do see over at B side, Black Bones is kind of lurking, trying to see if he can find anyone. There's 2 stacked there, 1 in mid, and 2 still near A. Black Bones has actually made it on the site, finds the Marshall, finds the turret, and now is stuck himself in an awkward situation. Peeks over with the jump, sees one, but Scarlet and Co have pushed onto A side. The door goes down, and getting from behind, Bones finds Haversack. Rich is coming back just to pick up the gun. This is now a 3v4. The Tremor is going to be just clear out hell. Oh, this is going to be awkward for Scarlet. Oh, the damage isn't there, though. He's able to stay far enough away. In come the knives. The up trap, trying to find anyone lurking around, unable to do so. So the smokes can come through, trying to find what he can. Instead, Scarlet is better with the headshot, and coming through is Pop with the leer to find Scarlet. K takes down 1, almost finds a second, but Pop is there, and lurking up in heaven is Black Bones coming from B.
You know, Immortal's main shot there after losing Haversack was they should have been able to recognize that Black Bones was still at B, so it was still a 3v3, still even, and they needed to push that. They needed to go and be aggressive. However, they just didn't quite have it in them. As you could see, they knew where Scarlet was while Scarlet was blinded, and they were unable to take advantage of that as Scarlet just had the better gunplay. And so after that, that's really when their whole offense just fell apart. And then from there, RC was able to just clean up.
Immortal all opting for Stingers, and they're gonna full stack on A, leaving B wide open, but that's not where Red Cloud went. They went over towards B, and oh, that's not good. Pop already takes down Bones, the Stinger kill. This leaves a Phantom in the hands of the Reyna. So B site, as secure as it is for now, they're gonna have to be careful about who they fall to. K all alone in main, trying to find the dance plant. Finally going down. Haversack gets K. That's another AR going the way of Immortal. Red Cloud not looking to be in as good of a situation as they hope to be. Chaotic is guarding, trying to find any skill he can. They're charging through full spraying, but 3 members go down.
Last player
And
standing.
oh, a
One enemy
1v2,
remaining.
make that 1v1. Scarlet finds the kill. Rich, he's on the smoke. He's very low though. Even a sneeze may kill him at this point. The Lear is gonna come out. Gonna try to play. No, he doesn't play the angle. Rich on the lurk manages to find near the smoke the headshot he needs with the Stinger, the clutch, the round win for a thrifty, going the way of Immortal.
You know Immortal is celebrating like
round in the
crazy
half.
right now. They played the coin flip, they lost the coin flip, but they still somehow managed to pull a win from the game. And I think that's because Black Bones was playing Lurk. And this is one of the few times where you do not want to play Lurk. That just gave them the free gun, and they were able to just pop off with it and just snowball into a victory. I will admit, they almost had it back. RC almost brought it back with the B-side defense. However, Rich able to just be at the right place at the right time.
Joke's over!
You're side push coming out. Hunter, Fury, and Run It Back both being used to try and clear the site the best they can. Defensively is Mortal, but Temos and Pop both fall in their repositioning. It's already a 5 versus 3. Matt does not have the ultimate, whereas we do see K having it. Scarlet yet again popping the ultimate on the Reyna. He's gonna find one. make that
enemy remaining.
too. It's all up to Haversack using the lockdown ultimate, and it's spotted out. They're not going to use the ultimate to take it down. Instead, the shock darts, it seems, has found the destruction on that. We're pushing on the site in a 1v5 he is, but Bones is there to take him down.
RC just took what happened last round and
Switching
they said,
sides.
we like that, so we're going to take it for our own. And they just ran in there using that utility to make sure they can't get punished too hard for it. And they were able to get the picks off, easily secure the site. And then their aggression did not stop there, which caught Immortal even more off guard. And they were able to just get pick after pick. And it just easily led to their victory.
8-4 is the score in favor of Immortal there on attacker's side. However, this time around, so we're gonna have to see how Red Cloud play defensively. These first couple of rounds will be big. Will the pressure be applied even more against Red Cloud, or will Immortal find themselves only up 2?
And we'll finally be able to see this breach on the offense, finally be able to be the initiator that he was meant to be.
Red Cloud setting up defensively, one in market, watching over mid. Taking a couple pot shots with Frenzy. He gets flashed, but isn't able to find a kill onto him or him in return on anyone else. The flash comes through again, getting his own teammate, but Haversack is there to clean up the kill onto Chaotic. Black Bones lurking around the corner of Garden, trying to find anything they can. The mollies are good to stall for just long enough. Scarlet finds Rich, Pop finds Bone. Scarlet finds a second on the Matt. The plant is going down, but Pop has found the head of K with the
One
frenzy.
enemy
He
remaining.
finds Scarlet as well. It's all up to Sarah. He's got a frenzy of his own. And he find the kill. He does with the double header. Got 2 points again.
One enemy remaining.
One, but the right click from Temos is too good to trade out his teammate.
Immortal just ended up playing a pistol round how it's meant to be played. You want to get those 2v1s, those 3v2s. If you have a one-man advantage on pistol round, that is huge compared to any other round. And that's exactly what they look for with the specific angles they were peeking at. And Matt, I'm liking what I'm seeing with his combat stims. He's stimming up his entire team as they just rush on the site, giving them even more of an advantage. And they're starting to play more beautifully together.
Immortal getting the full buy, coming through 2 Spectres, a
Revealing
Bucky,
area.
a Stinger, and a Marshall. The arrow, though, is going to reveal more than enough information for Red Cloud to make their decisions. However, Pop has already found the head of Scarlet. That's the Bucky. Oh, the double from Sarah onto 2, but Rich is able to get one in return. K takes down Haversack.
Spike down,
Spike
B.
carrier. It's a 2v3 in favor of Red Cloud, but the guns in favor of Immortal. It's a 2v2 as Pop takes down Chaotic Spectre. In comes the ultimate as well. Interesting decision. Pop. He's trying to hold CT the best he can. Bones is unaware. Okay, turn around,
enemy remaining.
time. Pop finds the head and goes back up top and gets the second onto Bones.
I'm not gonna lie, Immortal did do pretty good, but they shouldn't have lost as much as they did. They really dropped the ball by missing that Bucky shot. It just allowed for the Soba to just pick up a couple free kills, which really helps out when it comes to the econ, because they were on a save round.
There.
Immortal was on a
There.
somewhat buy round, and so it was a beautiful play by RC. They
This is
shouldn't
gonna
be
be
going
fun.
home crying. They did pretty darn good for what it was.
10-4 is the score in favor of Immortal. -17. And Red Cloud, they're looking to find the redemption here if they can. Bones has only got a Ghost, it looks like. 2 Vandals, an Odin, and a Guardian coming out for them. Oh, Scarlet started off good, taking Pop, but Rich with the headshot of the Sheriff takes him in return, leaving it as still a 4v4 even across the board. Sarah, never mind, opens it back up, but
Spike
Haversack
down, B.
takes it right back. Rich gets it in their favor. Hey,
enemy
returns, they
remaining.
make that an over to their advantage as well. It's all up to Rich. 55 HP coming out of mid. Bones has the ability to take him down with 1 good shot from the
enemy
go.
remaining.
Is unable to do so. The headshot from the Vandal is better, and Rich is gonna have to try and find a way to get to this spike. This bomb, unfortunately for him, is on site already in favor of K, who has a Vandal of their own. The health is nearly even. He's a little weaker. The Molly comes through, losing 10 HP there. Can K clutch up against Rich? Well, it's unknown. He's playing the angle the best he can. Gonna try and take the swing, guessing that
30
Rich will be
seconds
coming from
left.
his left. It's a good guess because he does find him, and he just in time finds the kill.
See there, Sarah was dropping it early by missing those Odin shots. However, Kay was able to come up, see that Sarah had them distracted there, and was able to clean them up perfectly. So they're playing as a team. Unfortunately there, for the end, Jet just couldn't really do much, as Brimstone knew where Jet was coming from, but Jet had no idea where Brim was. Brim could have been anywhere. All Jet knew was that he had line of sight on the bomb, and that's just hard to play around, but good try.
Immortal still on a full buy with a couple half shields. They're not hurting quite yet. RC and so is in the same situation. This round's going to be very important in terms of breaking in. Temos finds the judge kill onto Chaotic with the Guardian play onto Cat. Not good enough. And oh my goodness, Bones with the triple, the double molly, the Vandal kill, and it's suddenly a 2v4. Ultimates being used across the board. Sarah finds Haver with the spike in mid, and Rich is already popped knives. He's going to try and find what he can. Gonna be difficult though. Sarah watching mid. Scarlet coming out will take the final kill.
See, an RC here now showing what they know about this map. They were looking for this defense. They were kind of readjusting at the start there, but now they recognize, oh, we're no longer on split. We're now on Ascent. This is our map. Let's take control of it. Now that they're on that defense, they're playing around their utility a lot better, getting a lot of kills. As you see, they combine the Sova ult with the Killjoy Molly and many more, and it just caused Immortal to go into a frantic and just die to it all.
Eversack having the only ultimate between the two teams at the moment. This could be an aggressive lockdown coming out. Pop gonna use the leer, trying to look on. So he's breaking through the smoke. He's not finding any kills or damage, but they do find a kill onto him. And Scarlet with the stingers. Dramatic upgrade possible as Matt does have a Vandal. Okay, takes down the mid door for Market. It's a 5v3. Vandals versus Stingers and Vandals, and the problem for RC is these Stingers like close quarters. K is now known on. Matt finds the head of K. Chaotic finds Temos. The leader, the blind. It's not good though. Pop finds Chaotic. Bones all alone has found Pop in return. It's one P3. Can he find them? There's one peeking from stairs. He knows this. He's taking reckless sprays, but there may be one coming up behind him. He's gotten onto site. He has to activate. He sees one. He gives plenty damage. He finally does. But the turret there and Haversack as well. The Thrifty's good for Immortal.
Immortal coming out with the Stinger play again, but this time on offense, where you like to see it more, and on B side too. And the thing was, this was very well calculated because Sova did not have his Odin, and they knew it this time. And so this was actually the perfect round to do the Stinger Rush, so you don't just get mowed down by the Sova. And they were playing farther back because of that too, which just allowed them to easily take control of site, force them to force RC to play the angles that Immortal prefers, and it just led to a beautiful sweep by Immortal.
UCRC on this defense, they're going to have to protect A if the lockdown is being used aggressively. The counter lockdown, though, coming in from Red Cloud. Immortal is on site. Temos is taking down Chaotic. Blones has fallen to Pop as well, so the ultimate that was used defensively will no longer stand. And in comes the ultimate from K, trying to find damage that they need. Unable to find any kills. There's multiple members being spotted by the Eldrone. They're trying to find anything they can at all. Wanted to happen. Scarlet finally finds kill onto Matt with the headshot. Chaotic is over by garden door. He's gonna open that up. Got a flash in as well. He finds Rich. This K-pop has fallen as well. It's all on Haversack, who falls immediately to K. Headshot through the wall. Red Cloud will just not fall yet.
Yeah, and that damage getting off on the Killjoy with the Brim ult was huge, but was even bigger was the fact that they survived that while finishing the plant. That was big. I feel like they just took up the wrong positions. Killjoy didn't quite have enough time to set up, and so they were just caught off guard because they didn't have enough time to set up because of that beautiful Brim ult by K. But now they no longer have that in their back pocket. They were able to bait out the Killjoy ult, but losing two ults of their own when they're this far down is going to be huge for Immortal.
Let's go.
Red Cloud sitting a little nicer in their eco. Immortal as well. This round very important for both teams in terms of that eco. And we see Immortal, the speed, Vector, and Stinger. And in comes the ultimate use from Temos. can. Unfortunately for Bones, he's caught in it and immediately taken down as well from the double peak. Chaotic uses the flash, trying to find him again. Rich unable to find him. No one able to find him through this smoke. As a matter of fact, K is just trying to find any damage he can. The Aldrone is going to do. There's one member where he can cat. He's finally spotted out and unfortunately takes down Sarah. K gets the return kill. Chaotic taking damage from Killjoy. Molly's going to heal himself right back up. The second one will be popped to Scarlet, trying to find with again. K in return, Scarlet will take down Rich, trying to find one. Unable to do so. Matt finds Chaotic 1v3. This is not looking good. RC may be finding themselves match point against Immortal, and they will be in that situation.
Man, and the worst part for RC
Match
right now
point.
is the fact that Matt has his ult. That Brim ult is going to be huge. It's probably going to sway the game because, as we saw before, the Breach ult allowed them to go in with the confidence knowing that they could get the kills and allowed them to kill the Killjoy. Then they got the plan off, and then they were able to set up. They had that time to set up. And so now they're just taking advantage of it all. And I think we're about to see Matt coming in with the ult and maybe a sweep here. But we'll see what RC can do.
Red Cloud at B site is
Revealing
looking to have a defense against Immortal full stack. They are going to go by. They've already taken one down on demo. So Sarah with the frenzy. K with the molly takes down Matt. Sarah has gotten to kill the shock dart kill on the Haversack. They may end up staying alive. Sarah with the grape through has found Pop. It's all on Rich. It's not too big of a deal, unfortunately for him though. K does find the head. However, they're still 4 rounds up. They may give up another one here, but I don't think they're worried.
Not at all. They shouldn't be, but that was a beautiful chain of utility coming forth from RC. They heard everything that was going down. As soon as the recon dart was destroyed, they immediately started pumping out the utility right there, and they were able to get off multiple picks and then just take advantage of it. Like with that smoke, he was able to just come in and get the sneak on the Reyna there. And so we'll see if they can keep this up though, because again, Matt still has his ult, so we'll see how they play around that.
Full fingers yet again for Immortal. Yet again with this situation, they are full charging together. Members of RC this time have decided they're not going to be pushed up aggressively. They're going to play the distance game as that's their advantage. And Scarlet has already found 1 kill onto Temos. Market has been aggressed on a little bit of damage to the door before closing. The remaining members have decided they're going to push up through mid. Chaotic is here, and Blackbones as well. He is trying to find one, unable to do so. Haversack takes him down. One down goes 2 to Chaotic. Rich trades him out. Mike has gone down, picked up, and Scarlet takes one down. Sarah through Market finds Pop. 12-9.
Not a bad attempt there by Immortal at all. After all, it was just a save round, so they were just kind of hoping for a miracle. But I like that mid control. They were able to push right up in there, and it was honestly making RC a little bit uncomfortable with that because then they were split up. However, because they only had Killjoy on the A site, they actually weren't very split. And so that was just unfortunate for Immortal that they 4-stacked on B, and I think that's overall what led to that being a loss for Immortal.
Immortal, however, this round have their full buy capability. Red Cloud need to be on top of their shots if they want this to go. Another one, Haversack and Rich both will use their ultimates here. The shot's going to be from the top end. We're finding the Molly though. It's going to find some damage on Temos, and the turret will take down Rich. The knives off the map. They'll run it back. Coming through as well. Scarlet has his ultimate as well. Is good for 2 from Demos. Matt found the ultimate. Run it down. Pop found 1 on the Scarlet. Sarah finds Pop in return. Matt has used the ultimate to stall. It's a 3v2 favoring Immortal for now. The ultimate is still there for Temos, however. Down goes the garden door. Chaotic is trying to play this with the flashes. They want to find everything they can. They just don't have the information as of yet. Flashes come through. He wants to make it. He wants Temos, but he doesn't get the kill. Temos gets him instead. Finally, Sarah has found a kill. He's on site. He has to be as aggressive as possible, but he's unable to find Haversack, who gets him instead. And map 2 goes the way of Immortal. Map number 3 is going to be on.
Man, yeah, I think RC just was not prepared for the aggressiveness from Immortal, as they did not see that from Split. Immortal was actually a lot more careful on Split than they were on Ascent. And I think that Immortal just figured, all right, since this isn't our map, since we don't know this as well, let's just try to brute force it. Let's just kick the door down. And that's exactly what they did, being able to come in and sweep up that victory using multiple ults that round, though they weren't very savvy about their utility, which I would like to see more of coming into Icebox, which should definitely be an interesting pick.
Well, we do see the stats here. Both Reyna's 27 kills each, 17 and 7 for the KDA on Pop. Scarlet 15 and 4, the remaining. The next closest, Rich, 17, 17, 4. Bones 14, 15, and 5. Unfortunately for RC, they're not able to close that out. So map 3 will be coming up, as you mentioned, Icebox. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with another